Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about 10 simple personal finance tips that will change your life. It's never too late to start managing your finances, and these tips will help you take control of your money and achieve your financial goals. So, let's get started. Tip number 1. Create a budget. Creating a budget is the foundation of good financial management. It allows you to see where your money is going and identify areas where you can cut back. Start by tracking your income and expenses for a month to get an idea of your spending habits. Then, create a budget that includes your income, fixed expenses such as rent, utilities, and car payments, and variable expenses such as groceries, dining out, and entertainment. Use a spreadsheet, a budgeting app, or even pen and paper to track your budget. Stick to your budget and make adjustments as needed. For example, if you realize that you're spending too much money on dining out, try cooking at home more often to save money. Tip number 2. Set financial goals. Setting financial goals is essential for staying motivated and focused on your financial journey. Start by identifying short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals. Short-term goals could be paying off credit card debt, saving up for a vacation, or building an emergency fund. Medium-term goals could be saving for a down payment on a house or a new car. Long-term goals could be saving for retirement or paying off a mortgage. Write down your goals and track your progress. For example, if your short-term goal is to pay off credit card debt, set a target date and make extra payments towards your balance each month. Tip number 3. Pay yourself first. Paying yourself first means setting aside a portion of your income for savings and investments before paying your bills and expenses. This way, you prioritize your financial future over your immediate spending needs. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account or investment accounts. This way, you won't even miss the money, and it will grow over time. For example, if you receive a paycheck of $2,000 per month, you might decide to automatically transfer $200 to your savings account and $100 to your retirement account each month. Tip number 4. Live within your means. Living within your means is crucial for financial stability. Don't spend more than you earn, and avoid taking on unnecessary debt. If you can't afford something, wait until you have saved enough money to pay for it in cash. Avoid using credit cards for everyday purchases, and pay off your balance in full each month. For example, if you want to buy a new TV but don't have the money to pay for it right away, wait until you have saved enough money to buy it in cash. Tip number 5. Build an emergency fund. An emergency fund is money set aside for unexpected expenses such as car repairs, medical bills, or job loss. Aim to save 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in an emergency fund. Keep the money in a high-yield savings account that is easily accessible. For example, if your monthly living expenses are $3,000, aim to save $9,000 to $18,000 in an emergency fund. Tip number 6. Invest for the future. Investing is an essential part of personal finance. Start by investing in your employer's retirement plan, such as a 401k or 403b. Contribute enough to get the full employer match if available. Consider opening an individual retirement account, IRA, or a brokerage account for additional investment opportunities. Invest in low-cost index funds or exchange-traded funds, ETFs, for diversification and long-term growth. For example, if your employer offers a 401k plan, contribute enough to get the full employer match. Then consider opening an IRA and investing in a low-cost index fund. Tip number 7. Minimize debt. Debt can be a significant burden on your finances, so it's important to minimize it as much as possible. Avoid high-interest credit card debt, payday loans, and other forms of predatory lending. If you have existing debt, focus on paying it off as quickly as possible, starting with high-interest debt first. Consider consolidating your debt with a balance transfer credit card or a personal loan with a lower interest rate. For example, if you have a credit card with a high interest rate, consider transferring the balance to a card with a 0% introductory APR for a limited time. Tip number 8. Monitor your credit score. Your credit score is an essential part of your financial health. It affects your ability to get approved for loans, credit cards, and even rental applications. Monitor your credit score regularly and take steps to improve it if needed. Pay your bills on time, keep your credit card balances low, and avoid opening too many new accounts at once. Check your credit report for errors and dispute any inaccuracies. For example, if you notice a mistake on your credit report, such as a late payment that you actually paid on time, dispute it with the credit bureau. Tip number 9. Save for major purchases. When you have a major purchase in mind, such as a car or a home, start saving for it well in advance. This way, you can avoid taking on unnecessary debt and negotiate better terms. Determine how much you need to save and create a plan to reach your goal. Consider setting up a separate savings account for this purpose. For example, if you want to buy a new car in 2 years, calculate how much you need to save each month to reach your goal, and set up an automatic transfer to your savings account. Tip number 10. Educate yourself. Finally, one of the most important personal finance tips is to educate yourself about money management. Read books, take courses, and listen to podcasts to learn about personal finance topics such as investing, budgeting, and retirement planning. Stay up to date on financial news and trends. Join online communities to share tips and get advice from others. For example, read books like The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko, or listen to podcasts like The Dave Ramsey Show. By implementing these 10 simple personal finance tips, you can significantly improve your financial situation and change your life. Create a budget, set financial goals, pay yourself first, live within your means, build an emergency fund, invest for the future, minimize debt, monitor your credit score, save for major purchases, and educate yourself. Remember, financial success doesn't happen overnight, but with patience, discipline, and consistency, you can achieve your goals and live a financially stable and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching.